If back to school suddenly feels like a battle after the holiday, you have not messed anything up and the holiday did not spoil your child. In this video, I'm going to be explaining why your child is actually behaving the way they are, what's going on in your brain, and what to do in order to reset things calmly. Many parents, including me, notice that right after the holiday season, their child behavior seems to get like worse, not better. And it's so scary because you're like, weren't we just doing so well before the holiday? What happened? If you're feeling confused or discouraged right now, I want you to know that this is normal and it's not an indicator that you're doing something wrong. Now, the big question: what's happening in your child's brain? According to child development researchers from places like Harvard's Center for Developing Child, when routine disappears, a child's stress responses become more active, and that literally means their nervous system goes into overdrive. As a mom, having basic understanding of how the brain works has tremendously improved my parenting. Most parents don't hear this enough. The part of the brain that is responsible for emotional regulation, impulse control, or flexibility thinking, which is the prefrontal cortex, is still developing. So, when the holiday overloads the brain, children do not have that capacity to bounce back when school or routine returns. As my favorite psychologist, Dr. Daniel Siegel, explained, when kids are emotionally overwhelmed, they lose access to the logical and thinking parts of their brain. That's why after the holiday, children may be more defiant or emotional. Sometimes they get more meltdown over little stuff. They struggle with waking up earlier and lots more. This isn't because they are choosing to be defiant. This is because their brain is still trying to catch up. Now, this is where most parents, including me, get stuck because we are thinking, this child should know better. This child is testing me. Or they are spoiled because they spent the holiday at grandma's house. When we parents have these beliefs and mindsets, our reaction often leads to more yelling, more punishment, and more control. Here's the truth backed by decades of child psychology and behavioral science. Behavioral regression after the holiday is a stress response, not defiance. Behavior is communication. Your kids are trying to say something. As psychologist Dr. Ross Green says, children do well when they can, and when they can't, it means a skill is missing or their system is overwhelmed. So, your child's behavior after the holiday is not an indication that your parenting is failing. It's just a sign that your child is struggling to re regulate. Now, I'd like you to take a moment to think about what your child just experienced. There was more freedom to just be, more connection with mom and dad, fewer demands, fewer boundaries, and suddenly structure returned. On expectation rise again. They don't think, oh, I'm stressed, I'm dysregulated. They don't have that words for it. That discomfort comes out as behavior. I remember right after the holiday, waking my kids up for school was a struggle. It was like they intentionally became sluggish. It took them forever to brush their teeth or even get dressed or have breakfast. And I immediately just wanted to correct that behavior because they should know better. But once I understood what was going beneath the behavior, beneath the surface, I realized that my kids don't need more discipline. What they needed at that moment is help getting back to the reading. That understanding changed everything for us. So here's what to do now. Number one, rebuild predictability. Routine is regulation. So focus on consistent wake up time, predictable bedtime routine, simple, repeated daily rhythms. Number two, lower your expectation. And I know this is hard for a lot of parents, including me. But honestly, after the whole holiday stress, kids need help. They don't need pressure. They don't need more consequences. They don't need shame. They don't need blame. They don't need you to remind them of how you will not let them get these privileges. Lowering your expectation as a parent doesn't actually mean permissive parenting, like, oh, just let them do what they want to do. No, it means being a realistic parent. Short, intentional moments of connection can help calm their nervous system. It could be waking up 10 to 15 minutes earlier to connect with them, to play with them before you actually wake them up. That helps calm their nervous system. And always think support before correction. And that leads me to number 3. Lead with connection before control. Research consistently shows us that connection strengthens regulation, and regulation leads to more cooperation. Imagine yourself as a child. One of your parents walked up to you and played with you before waking you up, and they said something like, "Hey, sweetie, get up, wakey, wakey. It's a beautiful day," with a lot of smile, with a lot of giggles. Or imagine a parent waking you up with blaming, shaming, and too much talk. Personally, I try as much as possible to wake my daughters up with a lot of excitement, smiles, connect, hug them, pray for them in the morning before we start our morning routine. Sometimes I oversleep and sometimes I'm already running late. I do not have time for that. And as soon as I get into our room with that anxiety, with that anxiousness of we're running late, get up, get up, get up, she immediately takes on my energy. And before you know it, the both of us are so dysregulated because we are both anxious that morning. So it's very important when you actually take out that time. If it means for you to actually sleep early so you can wake up early, do it. Or if you can set your alarm 10 minutes before the wake up time, that can also help calm your nervous system as well as their nervous system. Another thing I find really, really helpful is I get my exercise done before I wake them up. It means I take care of myself before I give to people around me. So I notice that whenever I take care of myself, I have enough patience to actually want to connect with my children. And at the end of the day, our nervous system is regulated. Just like adults struggle to stay regulated, stay focused in this busy world. Just like adults struggle with transition and focus in this busy world. Kids struggle too. They struggle with emotional overload. Their behavior isn't broken, their system is recalibrating. And when we respond with understanding instead of punishment, we help their system regulate faster. So if your child or your children are harder right now, it doesn't mean you've lost progress. It means your child is adjusting, and with consistent support, this phase will pass. If you made it this far, hi, my name is Abby. I'm a certified family and parent coach, a mother of 2, and also someone who knows what parenting burnout feel like. Here, we focus on growing because I don't believe in perfect parenting. I believe that every day is an opportunity to parent with more clarity, intention, connection than the way we were taught growing up. If this video helped you understand your child a little better, please subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you can be notified on my next video. Thanks for watching.